Why did the Apostle Paul describe himself as caught up to the third heaven, but not the first or second? What drove his interest in this intriguing, unearthly domain? What if this ancient discovery explains not only the universe's puzzles, but also existence? What if modern science's quantum physics and parallel dimension discoveries are revealing the same profound truths? This voyage explores 2 Corinthians 12:2, where the Apostle Paul recounts his amazing heavenly encounter. Could this be more than symbolism? What if, like the ancient sages of old, there is a hidden truth about numerous heavens, each with its own important role in creation? From the heavens above us to the stars that twinkle in the night, and ultimately to the majestic throne of the Almighty in the highest realm. This journey transcends mere faith and invites us to unveil the profound layers of existence that shape our universe and beyond. Join us as the upcoming revelation could forever alter your perspective on the universe and your role within it. Why not mention the first or second realms? This single sentence has enthralled theologians, scholars, and spiritual searchers for centuries with its complex mystery. It explores divine mysteries and existence itself, revealing a wide panorama of discovery. Imagine the stunning insight from Paul's reference to the third heaven. In the sacred scriptures, Paul recounts the experience of a man, likely himself, who was transported to the third heaven, a realm of such splendor and holiness that mortals cannot comprehend. Paul says this dimension is so magnificent that the sights and noises he saw and heard were inexpressible and beyond language. This amazing adventure makes us wonder about the universe. It invites us to contemplate a reality more complicated, rich, and fascinating than our mortal life. When we think about it, multiple heavens fascinate us. We routinely look up into the sky, but how often do we consider the notion of worlds beyond our sight that may live alongside or intertwine with us? Paul would describe the first heaven as a beautiful expanse. Our atmosphere, the magnificent sky above where clouds gather and birds fly, is beautiful and amazing. When Paul speaks of the third heaven, he means a spiritual dominion beyond human understanding. Ancient societies around the world have told stories of several heavens, each symbolizing a higher, more profound sphere of existence. Ancient myths depicted sacred worlds where deities live. The heavenly interacts with our earthly existence, and the faithful witnessed enormous truths and enigmas. Despite appearances, this idea is plausible. Modern scientists are rediscovering the intuitive and insightful wisdom of ancient civilizations, according to our understanding. In quantum physics, scientists are studying string theory and parallel dimensions to find evidence of numerous universes. These realms, hidden from human sight, await discovery alongside our own. As religious scriptures suggest, these other realms may include spiritual dimensions as well as physical ones. Imagine a dimension where space and time collapse and the fundamental laws that create our universe don't apply. What if this third heaven is a higher plane of existence that invites us to contemplate its mysteries and divine truths? Take a minute to think. The Apostle Paul's vision shows a world beyond our earthly existence and a deep grasp of God's might. What if the third heaven is a dimension where the divine presence intertwines with the cosmos in ways we cannot fully understand? Here, holy truths are revealed, and the divine's eternal essence is revealed in ways human words cannot express. Paul's remarks invite us to explore the huge physical universe and the profound spiritual realms beyond our daily lives. They inspire us to dream big, explore the deepest parts of life, and realize that the cosmos, both visible and hidden, is more intricate and amazing than we thought. The third heaven may be more than a place. It may reveal the deepest nature of reality. As the wonders of discovery unfold before us, we may realize that Paul's long-ago truths are closer to our understanding than we thought. The first heaven, as depicted in sacred scripture, calls us to look skyward and contemplate the vastness of the heavens above us. Yet, it is more than just air and clouds. It is a magnificent, divinely constructed world that is crucial to God's creation. The first of three celestial realms, revealed in religious literature, is a deep expression of divine harmony and intention. We must travel to creation's beginning to understand its significance. According to Genesis 1:1-2, the universe was formless and empty, covered in darkness and deep oceans. A long time ago, a formless void, a deep silence, wanted the holy spark of creation. On the second day of creation, the Almighty spoke into the void and ordered the firmament to separate the waters above and below. In the sacred writings, heaven was not merely an empty space. It was a wonderful creation by the Almighty to divide and arrange reality. The Hebrew word rakia, which means firmament, conjures up a vast expanse like a powerful dome or canopy that engulfs the earth like a polished metal mirror. Job 37:18. The first heaven is a peaceful, contemplative place that guards and welcomes life on earth. In Job 36:27-28, he draws up drops of water, which distill as rain from the mist. This passage shows the remarkable process of water's journey from evaporation to condensation to gentle rain. Such knowledge embodies an insight modern science won't completely understand for millennia. This wisdom was known in antiquity. The heavens were carefully created to provide rain, winds, and storms, which are vital for life on earth. A forceful east wind parts the Red Sea in Exodus 14:21, showing God's strength. This moment shows that the heavens are a divine tool that God uses to mold history. Additionally, the first heaven reveals divine wonders. Exodus 13:21-22 shows God leading the Israelites. They are guided and comforted by a majestic cloud pillar by day and a brilliant fire pillar at night during their 40 years in the wilderness. This constant sight in the skies emphasizes that the first heaven is God's channel for communicating with His people. It's more than breath. It's the divine's active presence in creation. Even more fascinating is how the first heaven becomes a prophetic symbol. Joel 2:30-31 says the heavens will be filled with amazing signs, blood, fire, and smoke. Our Lord predicted marvelous signs in the sun, moon, and stars, and the trembling of the sky in Luke 21, verses 25-26. This shows that the first heaven is important now and will be important in God's divine plan in the future. As we gaze up, we may ignore the first heaven's significance. The first heaven is a powerful and planned design, full of meaning and significance. The first heaven's beauty, constancy, and complexity remind us of God's limitless imagination and might. It reminds us that the heavens are more than materiality and reflect the Creator's splendor and might, from creation to the end of time. As we look up, we realize that this first expanse is more than air and clouds. It's a hallowed domain that reflects the Creator's magnificence and intention for us. The first heaven is the air we breathe, the sky above us, and the hallowed place where the divine manifests itself. The air we breathe, the clouds that bring rain, and the breezes that dance on the seas live here. Further exploration of its sacred meaning reveals many deeper truths. The sacred books picture the first heaven as a place of divine sovereignty, where the Creator rules the natural universe and shows His might via the elements, tempests, and miracles that shape history. Genesis 1:1-2 begins with a formless, water-enclosed, dark universe. God's breath was ready to create in a waiting land. On the second day of creation, God created the firmament, a majestic expanse that separated the waters above and below. God called this expanse heaven at the beginning, and it wasn't empty. A lovely image of the skies, like a cast metal mirror, is described in Job 37:18. This place is meaningful. It is a stunning design created to maintain cosmic equilibrium. The first heaven is crucial to creation, not just for earthly life. Water begins in this sacred location when clouds gather and release rain, giving the soil life and sustenance. In Job 36:27-28, God pulls water from the cloud's mist to make rain. Ancient sages contained wisdom that would take millennia to understand. This demonstrates how far ahead of their era the sacred scriptures were in comprehending nature. Natural principles rule the first heaven, yet the Almighty demonstrates His might and presence in amazing ways there. Think about the Exodus. God's power over nature is shown in Exodus 14:21, when a fierce east wind parted the Red Sea. Holy literature repeats this heavenly intervention's timeless reality. In Exodus, God guided the Israelites with a pillar of cloud during the day and a pillar of fire at night, illuminating their route and showing His presence. These pillars guided the Israelites through the wilderness for 40 years, protecting them and leading them to the promised land. The first paradise was more than physical. It showed the divine's constant presence in our lives. The prophet Elijah's compelling story shows how the first heaven served God's purpose. Elijah confidently declares a drought in 1 Kings 17:1, and the heavens remained silent for 3.5 years, withholding precious rain. This was not a natural event. It was a divine message showing how the Almighty may close or open the heavens for His purpose. The Lord picked Elijah as His messenger to call a powerful deluge that flooded the earth when the heavens opened. This reminds us that the first heaven, the atmospheric realm, was active in God's divine narrative for humanity. The sacred scriptures depict the first heaven as a vast theater for divine wonders. Joel states that the Almighty will do sky wonders with blood, fire, smoke, and sun, moon, and star transformations. Behold, a massive sky disturbance will announce the Lord's terrifying day. In Luke 21:25-26, Jesus describes the amazing signs in the sun, moon, and stars that would announce His return. These events reveal that the first heaven is more than physicality. It is where the Almighty orchestrates His divine schemes, demonstrating His might and preparing for His ultimate victory. The first heaven shows the divine splendor through the elements, the soothing breeze, the nourishing rain, the tremendous storms, and the wonderful sky signs. It proves His knowledge and supremacy over creation. The first heaven shows the Almighty's constant hand in shaping the world and directing His creation to a sacred destiny, from the creation of the heavens to the amazing acts of His chosen. The first heaven's beauty, majesty, and mystery lead us to the profound truth of God's presence and power in the universe. The second heaven is huge beyond the sky we see. See the enormous heavens where stars glitter, planets dance, and galaxies swirl, revealing creation's majestic order and beauty. The religious books depict this second heaven as the majestic vault of the sky, showing the divine beauty of creation in its infinite breadth. In Genesis 1:14-16, the Almighty said, "Let there be lights in the vault of the sky to separate the day from the night, and let them serve as signs to mark sacred times, days, and years." This sacred command created the stars, moon, and a meticulous and meaningful order that would guide humanity through the ages. The heavenly bodies were divinely designed to mark time and seasons and illuminate the earth below. This amazing design shows the Creator's wisdom and foresight in knowing that these celestial components would be important to life's rhythms. The second heaven shows God's majesty and careful control over creation. The Almighty asks Job, "Can you bind the chains of the Pleiades? Can you loosen Orion's belt? Can you bring forth the constellations in their seasons, or lead out the bear with its cubs?" Job 38:31-32. These questions invite us to contemplate the vastness of the cosmos and the astonishing harmony of creation, which is guided only by the divine. The constellations are purposefully designed, and the second heaven shows the Creator's knowledge. The second heaven continues to astonish us, despite the latest stellar discoveries. As we look at the stars and galaxies, we realize the vastness and mystery beyond our world. Every amazing discovery in space, from faraway worlds to new galaxies, to the Hubble Space Telescope's stunning images, is a witness to God's miracles. In Psalm 19, verse 1, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands." Every sparkling star, revolving planet, and distant galaxy in space testifies to God's magnificence. Second heaven is more than just beauty and awe. It also reflects divine realities beyond our world. An intriguing look at the secret spiritual difficulties in the second heaven is in Daniel 10:12-13. Daniel receives a message from the angelic messenger. "From the very first day you sought understanding, your words reached the heavens, and I responded. Yet, the prince of the Persian realm stood against me for 21 days. This passage shows that the second heaven is a spiritual battleground where light and darkness fight for earthly dominion. Though unseen, these spiritual wars affect the earth deeply. The second heaven is a spiritual battlefield and a channel for God's purposes. Matthew 2:1-2 describes the wise men from the east who followed a star to Jesus' birthplace. They said, "We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." This celestial messenger was a holy lighthouse, guiding them in seeking the Messiah. Joshua, a devoted leader, prayed for the sun to stop over Gibeon in Joshua 10:12-13 during the conquest of Canaan. This heavenly intervention shows the deep connection between heaven and faith-based terrestrial fights. In this amazing moment, the Almighty commanded the sun to stop, ensuring victory for His chosen people. Witness the second heaven, a majestic and awe-inspiring universe of stars, constellations, and planets that stirs the heart and spirit. It reflects the glory of God and is a stage for miracles, spiritual struggles, and divine intents throughout history. The second heaven testifies to the Creator's infinite knowledge, power, and rule over all creation in the physical and spiritual realms. Stargazing reminds us of the universe's immensity and the Creator's design in the second heaven. The second heaven is a mysterious and powerful realm beyond our earthly sky. As stars shine and planets orbit, galaxies reveal their vastness, enticing humanity throughout history. However, true observers see treasures beyond beauty. The second heaven shows the Almighty's majesty and spiritual meaning. In the second heaven, The cosmos's complex fabric reveals its glorious dance. Stars follow a greater purpose than mere wanderers in the cosmos. According to Genesis, the Creator created the celestial bodies to distinguish day and night, act as guiding signals, and mark holy seasons, days, and years. The stellar bodies' accuracy and harmony show the Creator's majesty and the perfect design that created everything. Every star, planet, and constellation forms a beautiful tapestry, demonstrating the Creator's magnificence. However, the second paradise goes beyond beauty. Spiritual forces fight in this hallowed region, where good and evil combat beyond sight. Daniel reveals the deep truth of spiritual conflicts in the second heaven, where celestial beings fight bravely for God's chosen ones. Daniel 10:12-13 says heaven received the prophet's prayer as he lifted it. It took 21 days for an angel to defeat the prince of Persia, a dark force opposing the divine goal. This insight deepens our awareness that the second heaven is not just a place of celestial magnificence, but where spiritual forces fight to shape earthly events. The Almighty also communicates with His beloved creation through the second heaven. A brilliant star guides the wise men as they search for Jesus, the newborn King. The dazzling star in the night sky was a divine message to guide them on their sacred path. The night sky's stars and planets reflect God's grandeur and guide His people. Through their ever-changing patterns and movements, the heavens reveal a timeless and sublime reality. Joshua and Gibeon's miracles are a testament to heavenly power. Joshua courageously asked the Almighty to stop the sun while the Israelites fought the ferocious Amorites. The sun and moon remained in the sky until Israel won the fight. This amazing event showed the Almighty's power over the elements and in the heavens. Imagine what it would take to keep the sun from setting. This event proves that God rules the second heaven and all things. King Hezekiah's story shows the heavens aligned with God. God promises Hezekiah a 15-year extension of life and a miraculous sign under the sun's shadow in 2 Kings 29-11. Hezekiah saw the shadow on Ahaz's stairway retreat, proving God's power over time and space. We marvel at the stars and galaxies' beauty and profound truths as we study the second heaven's wonder and mystery. The second heaven is a wonderful place where the tangible and the ethereal merge, and God reigns over all creation. In a divine cosmos, cosmic occurrences perfectly match the Creator's eternal designs. In the immense tapestry of existence, constellations hint at the divine order of creation, while spiritual battles unfold unnoticed. The second heaven reminds us of God's vast work and unseeable efforts. The second heaven is alive, powerful, and full of divine meaning, not just a distant place in the sky. Each star tells a story, and every constellation shows God's glory. We cannot comprehend the third heaven, where divine beauty and righteousness reign in unmatched splendor. In 2 Corinthians 12:2-4, Paul describes being caught up to the third heaven and experiencing the divine. Paul describes a spiritual experience that transcends earthly reality. He calls it a region of ecstasy, evoking the most sublime and sanctified state. The apostle wondered if his encounter was spiritual or physical. However, he knew he had encountered something divine. Paul's endeavor to describe the third heaven's glories is noteworthy. He learned of inexpressible things, revelations so sacred and awe-inspiring that no earthly language could express them. The third heaven's magnificence defies our words, leaving us in amazement. These few glances demonstrate that this domain is unlike any other, where the Almighty's presence is so profound that his throne's environs are radiant and holy. In Isaiah 6:1-4, Isaiah describes the third heaven. The prophet depicts the Lord on a beautiful throne, majestic and elevated. Watch as seraphim, celestial beings with 6 wings, circle the Almighty's throne, singing, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of His glory." The air is thick with divine presence, and the temple trembles at their exaltation. The temple is surrounded by the Lord's majestic robe, and a heavy smoke rises, symbolizing His ultimate holiness. John describes the third heaven in Revelation, captivating the imagination. The vision in Revelation 4:2-6 takes place in the Spirit, where he sees a beautiful throne in the heavens. Behold, the stately figure on the throne glows jasper and ruby, while an emerald rainbow smoothly surrounds it. Around the beautiful throne are 24 other thrones, with golden-crowned elders worshiping. The 7 divine spirits are symbolized by 7 blazing lamps before the majestic throne. Pure and holy, a vast expanse of crystal-clear glass lies before the throne. The scene is a tapestry of majesty and beauty that inspires awe and reverence. The third heaven is a majestic region that shows God's dominion, authority, and eternal essence. Everything in this hallowed domain serves the divine purpose. His throne is at the center of creation, and everything exists to glorify Him. Beauty, greatness, and glory demonstrate the Creator's wisdom and majesty, which are beyond human comprehension. Understanding the mysteries of the third heaven is a divine invitation into God's eternal purpose. In this dimension, time and distance blur, leaving only a deep connection with the divine. We cannot fully comprehend this remarkable environment as we travel through life. However, the sacred writings' insights inspire awe and a desire to experience them. There is no doubt that the third heaven is a sacred place where the divine radiates its light. In the exact timing of the divine, a grander reality will be revealed beyond the corporeal world we see. Witness the third heaven, a beautiful world beyond geography, where the Almighty's glorious throne is engulfed in His incandescent brightness that rules all. It is a spiritual realm beyond human comprehension. In 2 Corinthians 12:2-4, Paul describes being caught up to the third heaven, a world beyond our knowledge. Paul shares a real, profound experience, so amazing and awe-inspiring that language cannot properly express it. He says, "I have witnessed wonders beyond words, mysteries not meant for sharing." The third heaven is magnificent beyond human comprehension. The sacred scriptures describe the third heaven as a holy place where the divine presence permeates every corner. In Isaiah 6, Isaiah saw this amazing realm. The Lord was exalted and majestic, sitting on a gorgeous throne with His robe encompassing the sanctuary. The seraphim, radiant beings of fire, soared above Him, proclaiming, "Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of His glory." The awe-inspiring vision of God's throne made the doorposts tremble and the temple fill with smoke, a powerful testimony to His limitless presence. And divine Isaiah was in awe of such celestial holiness, realizing he was merely a mortal. In verses 4:2-6 of Revelation, the Apostle John saw the third heaven in all glory. A powerful man sat on a gorgeous throne in the heavens. Behold, the figure on the throne shone like jasper and ruby, surrounded by an emerald rainbow. This vibrant visual shows the divine's awe-inspiring magnificence, where everything shines forever. Behold, 24 elders with golden crowns stood around the majestic throne, surrounded by brilliant flashes of lightning, deep rumblings, and thunderous thunder, declaring the supremacy of the one who rules it. Before the throne was a vast expanse of glass, sparkling like crystal, a symbol of purity, calm, and the divine holiness beyond reach. Though distant, this third heaven exposes significant spiritual truths that resonate with our souls. It's not a land of distant ideals, but where God's plan is revealed. It is where all creation is in perfect harmony and the universe's mysteries are revealed. Isaiah's and John's visions hint at the divine beauty and holiness that await those who dwell in the Almighty's presence. This hallowed area transforms the tangible into the divine, and each heartbeat is filled with reverence for the Almighty, the Creator of all. In 2 Corinthians 12:4, the third heaven is beautifully called paradise. Paradise conjures a vision of absolute peace, a refuge of rest and satisfaction, where all agony, hardship, and sadness are gone. In a lovely realm, the devout will live in perfect harmony with the divine, where the Almighty will gently soothe their tears. No separation or distance exists in the third heaven, simply God's complete presence and an intimacy that exceeds worldly perception. This glimpse into the third heaven calls us to look beyond the chaos of our worldly lives to the divine and eternal. It calls us to long for the day when we will realize this profound truth. Isaiah and John were awestruck by their supernatural revelations, and we will be too when we stand before the Almighty. Even though this holy realm may seem distant, it has the power to transform our hearts and minds. As we journey to grasp the fullness of God's glory, we find ourselves enclosed in a profound closeness with Him, preparing our hearts for the day we will stand before His throne in the heavenly realms, eternally immersed in His brilliant, unfathomable presence. As we explored the three heavens depicted in sacred scripture, one cannot help but be awed by creation's richness and complexity. The idea of several heavens, each with its own purpose and significance, illuminates the cosmos and the spiritual worlds that make us. It is awe-inspiring to consider how the words of those who came before us, penned in a different period, resonate with the unfathomable mysteries of the universe we are just beginning to understand. This connection between ancient knowledge and modern revelations reflects our eternal search for insight and relationship with the Holy. This adventure shows us that the cosmos is intricate and purposeful. The skies, ethereal and divine, all weave the magnificent tapestry of creation, connecting our world with profound spiritual depths beyond our knowledge. Every heaven shows the hand of a creator whose immense wisdom and authority shine through the universe's exquisite order and majestic beauty. As we consider this, I invite you to look above or inside yourself and examine the endless secrets beyond our understanding. Venture deeper into these concepts, question your views, and engage in dialogues that reveal life's beauties. Our questions may not have simple answers, but they bring us closer to the amazing facts of our existence. Let us explore the cosmos and our souls for deeper truths beyond appearances.